Today, chat, I'm gonna break down the beats I did on Trippie Red's St. Michael version 2, volume 2, V2. I have 2 beats that made it on there, Montclair Coat and Snail Shells. And we're gonna take a look at those. I don't know which one I wanna go through first. I probably should have prepared for this, that's crazy. Snail Shells beat. Now, I will say, I did have a song on this, or tried to make a song to this. I just ended up sending the beat out. I couldn't really figure out what I wanted to do with the song, but we'll get into that after I look at the beat. Just a constant little groove on that, right? Let's really break it down. Sample or loop that I use is from a website called Looperman. Everything on Looperman is royalty free. You can upload stuff just for fun. Nice little loops and stuff for people to work with. I can make my own melodies every now and then. Sometimes I want to sample, and sometimes, I'll be looking for loops, Sometimes you can get a good little idea from something else rather than having to try to do everything on your own. Looperman was the Splice before Splice. You have to pay for Splice. And Splice has some good shit on there too. I fuck with Splice. If you're starting out as a producer and just looking for loops but can't really get in contact with the good loop makers, Looperman can, help you out. Let's hear what it sounds like before I altered it, I guess. It says late night Drake type loop. I can hear it. I said, what if I decided to pitch it up, 500 cents? And this is the end result. I think I mixed it a little bit. I don't know if I did nothing to the sample. I had a couple little bells I wanted to throw on top of it. I got them from I don't know what kit it was from. I think it was like a little Yeet pack, but I decided to just pitch it to the beat, so. You can hear them by themselves. And then all I did after that was add some drums. Nice little groove, you know what I'm saying? You got a regular ass spins 808. I bet you the mix looks crazy on it too. Yep. Since I was originally trying to record to this beat, what I usually do is to not mess with the overall mix. I'll reroute all of the instruments in the sample to its own track in the mixer. So the G clip is actually here. Softness knob all the way up, gain up a little bit. It'll make sure it thumps without it clipping like it usually does like this. The hi-hats, I had to juice them more as always. Pretty simple, and then you just throw a snare on with that. You ain't got to go super crazy on it sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Just a little bit can go a long way, because it really does help it give a nice groove, because if you add the open hats, you got to make it make sense, you know what I'm saying? Because you got the open hats hitting with the kick. It's like a nice little groove, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Nah, this ass. Add the baby 808. Shut the fuck up. I'll show y'all the versions of the songs I had before I sent it out to get placed. I do these throwaway mixes on my second SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/evenlose. If you want to check out any throwaway stuff I have, just go over there. This was me trying to re-record what I wanted to do to this beat originally.
What they saying about me? What they saying about me?
What are they saying, chat?
Can't get stuck. Love from these hoes I can't trust. I took time on my own, it's no rush. I'm gon' slide with my bros, that's a must. Finna abide by the code.
And I did nothing else with it. Literally everything that I send out has a tag, but I forgot that I wasn't gonna put a tag on this originally because it was gonna be my song. You live and learn.
Don't waste my time with all that shit, I got my mind about that.
I be treating songs like a puzzle piece. I'll just skip bars and just come back to it. Yeah, that's Snail Shells. The other beat, I remember the name of it vividly. It was called Super Jumper. This is the Montclair Coat beat.
Hey, yo, Oddwin.
let's really break it down, you know what I'm saying? I think I only used one VST this entire like melody called Jenny FL. Jenny is like an emulation of the Sega Genesis sound chip. The melody right here, I have just these little chords. I used the duck flute in this. I think this is the same thing, just a different instrument right here. Earthworm banjo. Earthworm Jim, guys. SPC better. I don't give a. And then you got this little ARP in the background, which is the Earthworm Jim marimba. Now, what I did do to this, I added crystalline. Let's hear it without crystalline real quick. And then you throw that crystalline on it, it gives it a little bit of twang. I don't know how to explain it. Sounds like the reverb is being swung through mystic goo, if that makes sense. The lead is the trumpet from Sonic. Let's hear the melody by itself, like just come together. That's just crazy. And then it all just comes together. It just, you know what I'm saying? It's like glue. And then let's hear the drums.
Ayo, Oddwin.
We'll start with the 808. Mini Racks 808 from my homeboys Cole, Koll, and Siren. They got a kit out. Crazy ass fucking sounds I be using. They got this Mini Racks 808. Oddwin is a double time demon. Yes, this shit is 68 BPM. I've always been making beats at slower BPM, bro. I don't know. I feel like I can fit more into the regular pattern size, if that makes sense. I've just been so used to that. And then you got the little side 808, the little meow. It's called Meow in the kit. Put them together, they sound like this. You got the hi-hats, of course. Something I like to do with my beats, sometimes I'll just cut off the end of like hi-hats and stuff and fill it in with something else to give it a little more character rather than just having the hi-hats just go throughout the whole thing. So like right here, you got the other hi-hat I added, which is called ping. My mom told me she watched my video when I did the Crush the Crew anthem beat, and she was like, man, I just love what you do with your hi-hats. Just like, it's like a drummer, how drummers be accenting their hi-hats whenever they play the drums. That's really neat. I'm like, thanks, Mom. I used to be on the drum line before I started making beats, so I guess it kind of just carried over. Your mom know her shit. Yeah, she does her own music and stuff and everything. Fun fact, she used to she used to be a backup singer for Dorothy Moore way back in the day, if you know who that is. What else we got in here? We got something called cooking. Oh, accenting hi-hats again. It's literally just one extra hi-hat. You can barely even notice it, but it adds a little bit. Something called ghosty. That's our open hat. Throw that in there. Meek. I don't even know what some of these are. So we got 2 open hats, so throw it all together. Bro, that's like, what, 5 different hats in the same beat? And I cycle between 2 different claps. You got Benexic Crash Out. At the beginning is this. And then you got this other clap and Bunkus. I don't know what kit it's from. So it changes claps in the middle of the beat, so. So that 808s, throw both of the 808s in there. I don't know if I did anything specific in the mix for these. Oh, okay. The first 2 things, I definitely had to widen through Ozone Imager. That shit helps out a lot. This is what it sounds like without Imager and the EQ. Turn on that Imager and the EQ. This is what the EQ looks like. Imager widens it, gives it more character. more build. What does it sound like without the shit over here as well? Oh my God. Yeah, it definitely needed that. I'm telling you right now, if you want to get your melodies sounding good with like older shit, definitely use Imager. But yeah, those were the beats that I did for Trippie St. Michael V2, Volume 2, Version 2.
Can't get stuck. Don't want no love from these hoes I can't trust. I take time on my own, I can't rush.
You know what I'm saying?